Can a government employee do side business? The answer is yes. For most government employees, you can do a side business. And in this video, you're going to learn about a great side business that you can do as a government employee. The business I'm going to show you is one you can work from home, you're going to help people tremendously, and you can make great money for yourself. It's a flexible business that you can work according to your schedule, and all you need to get started is a phone, an internet connection, a laptop, and some information that I can give you. And be sure to stay all the way to the end of this video, because at the end I'm going to give you access to a free resource to help you learn more and get started in this business. So you might wonder, as a government employee, can you start and participate in a side business? And I can tell you, unless there's some restriction in your employment contract, the answer is yes, you can have a side business. Now, there are some limitations. You don't want a side business where you're going to try to do business with the government agency you're working for, but to do business like any other American out there in the wild, sure, absolutely you can do that. So let's talk about what makes a good side business. I think first of all, something that has flexibility, that you can work at the times that you're available and when you want to work. Because you have a job, that takes up your time. And then of course you have probably a family or people or things that you are engaged with every day. So you want to be able to work it around that so that you still have a balanced and good life while you're working the side business. When I think about a side business, I think I want something where it doesn't take a lot of money to start. I can get started quickly. I can get started without a huge investment of my time, and I can start making money promptly. And I found a business that really checks all those boxes. That business is called the Overages business. Overages is what happens when a property sells at a foreclosure auction, either because they didn't pay their taxes, so you get a tax foreclosure, that's real estate taxes, or if they didn't pay their mortgage, then you get a mortgage foreclosure. When the property sells at the auction, if it sells for more than the amount that's owed, that extra money is called overages money, and it's available for the former owner to claim. But those former owners rarely know there's any money out there. Despite the fact that there are hundreds of millions of dollars, they don't know about it because people don't think that when your house is sold at a foreclosure auction, there's any possibility for you to even get a penny. But there is, because when the money is left over, that can be claimed by the former owner. But here's the catch. The person has to apply for the money. If they don't apply for the money, they don't get the money. It's sort of like a tax refund. If you file your taxes and ask for the refund, they send it to you. If you didn't file taxes and didn't ask for the refund, they would just keep the money. This is just like that. And people just don't know. They think, I lost my house to foreclosure, it's all over, it's all lost. I just go off and find someplace cheap to get started over again. That is such a mistake, and that's what makes our business opportunity. Our business opportunity is getting the lists of monies that are sitting there in government accounts. These are local government accounts, by the way, sitting in government accounts waiting to be claimed. And if that money isn't claimed, it just forfeits to the government. So you may wonder, as a government employee, can I work those? Sure, as long as you don't work for the taxing authority that's doing the foreclosing, absolutely. So even if you were working in one county, you could work in a different county. Absolutely fine. Just don't do business with your own agency. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the list. This is a sample list. I'll pull one up. This is an actual list. You can see the kind of money that's sitting there. It's tens of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, just sitting there unclaimed. You can see as you look on the dates, look at all this variety of dates. You can tell the money's been sitting around. And that's what happens. According to the state of Maryland, which does studies of this, I looked at 3 separate studies. Every year, 72% of the money went unclaimed. So 7 out of 10 times the people never get their money. And that's why you see, like you're seeing here on screen, a big list of monies that are sitting there available for former owners to claim. They don't claim them because they don't know about it. So here's the way it's a business. You're going to get those lists. You're going to get the contact information for the people. So I'll show you how to do that. Very simple. You're going to get their Facebook. If they have a Facebook account, you'll get that address. You can message them, their phone number, their mailing address. You'll get all that contact information. You contact them the way you choose. I do education on this, and I'll tell you, for the most part, I tell people just pick up the phone and call them. But you can also send them letters. You can send them a message on their Facebook account. I'm also going to get you their email address. So I'll get you all that information. You reach out and contact them. Tell them the good news. Hey, there's some money that you're eligible to claim sitting in a government account. If you're interested in working with me, my company does that. We'll go get the money for you. If and when we're successful, which of course we expect to be, if and when we're successful, we'll get a percentage as a reward. If we're not successful, it doesn't cost you a penny. So it's absolutely risk-free to you. So how about it? You want to go get that money. And you can see from these lists, we're talking about tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. We charge 30 to 40% of what we get. So even if you had a small claim, and you can see the list, but smaller claims, say a $50,000 claim, even with that, we're getting a $15,000 payday, and they're getting a $35,000 windfall that they never expected. And you could knock people over with a feather when we get them a check. They are just excited, happy, tickled pink, thrilled, because they got this big windfall when they thought they had lost everything. It's a business that you feel great doing, and you make great money, so you can just keep your business going and go as long as you want at it. It also works really well as a side time business because you can call people on evenings and weekends because that's when they're home anyway. You can call them at the times that are convenient to you. You can send out messages. You can do internet research anytime, day or night. So it's really great. It's a super, super side business. And you may find that this business is something you just love to do so much that you make it your full-time business. And lots of people do that. And it's just a matter of just calling more people, putting more deals under contract and moving along. And the way to transition, by the way, from that full-time security of having a job to having a secure business is do it as a side business at first. Get it going, get some money in the bank for profits, and get a pipeline of deals because the pipeline is what feeds you and feeds your business. So get that pipeline, and once you have money in the bank, you have a pipeline, then you're going to feel the confidence to go give up your job position and move on because you won't feel like you're jumping off a cliff because you're not. You have money already, you have a system, and I can show you all of that. It's pretty straightforward business. The steps are get the list. I can show you how to do that in 10 minutes on the internet. Very easy, simple, free lists. You're going to get the contact information for the people. That takes me a little more training time. Usually when I train people to do that, it's an hour or two to teach them all the different ways, like what if it's an LLC, or what if it's an estate, or what if it's a couple that's separated. All those things. I can show you how to get all the contact information. So once you have that, then I teach you the ways to get in touch with them, like what kind of letters work, what kind of phone conversation works. Because the challenge here is just credibility, having them believe you that this is real, and it's real. So we really want them to believe you because that's the way they're going to get their money, and that's the way you're going to get paid. So there's some art to that. So when I teach the business, I give a call script and teach the ins and outs of that. Basically, you're building a rapport with people. You're getting them to trust you that, hey, this is no risk to you. Give this a try. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't cost you anything. I don't need a deposit. I don't need sensitive information like your social security number because this is not related to that. So you just have to build that rapport. So if you're good at connecting with people and having a conversation, building a little trust, ideal business for you. That would be great for you. So then once you do that, then you turn in the claims. There are two different ways claims are made. One is just an application. The other is called a petition. Neither one is very hard. I can show you how to do all that. The question for you, though, is does this sound interesting? I think it's a great business, and I love it because I'm helping people who've lost everything and really need that helping hand to pull it back up, and I'm making great money. And nothing could be better than that in business. Help people make money. It's really great. Now, I've expanded my business. I started out as a side business, but I expanded it. So now I have folks that get the lists of people owed the money, meaning the money that's being held. I have people that do the research to get the contact information. I have people that pick up the phone and call people and send out letters and do the marketing. And then I have people that turn in the claims. So they get the paper signed and turn in the claims. So I have people for all that. So I've built this into a big, robust business. You can do that, or you can do it as a side business. I have plenty of people that do it as a side business. I have people that are stay-at-home parents. The man or the woman stays home. They can do this in their spare time. I have people that are retired folks doing it kind of a low volume. They do a deal every other month, make an extra, $10,000, $15,000, and have a great retirement. Not just a retirement, but have a retirement where they travel and they're enjoying themselves. I have a lot of people that are trying to retire and they just want to have savings because, it takes a lot of money to retire and it's hard to save in this crazy economy we have with all the inflation. So lots of people doing this, and the point is you can do this as part-time. You can keep it there, run it at a low level. It's wonderful. Or you can expand it, make it into a full-time business. I think it's great. I like it also because it doesn't have a lot of startup costs. For $2,000, you can get this whole business started, including what it takes to get educated, get all the information, get all the forms, get everything together. The equipment's nothing, and it's a phone you already have that you can use. It's an internet connection. You already have that. Maybe you want to get a laptop. Go get a $500 one at Costco. It's fine. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. We're just doing some internet research, doing some printouts. Really, really simple. Nothing special needed. Nothing super powerful needed. What's really needed is you deciding, yeah, this is something I want to give a shot, and then committing to doing it. Doesn't take a terribly long time to learn it. The education, generally 10 to 12 hours is enough time to get you started and learning all the basic steps. Of course, you're going to build on top of that, but 10 to 12 hours to start. You can be getting lists, finding contact information for people, reaching out and calling them, getting your first things signed up. That's all very feasible. And then a couple months to start getting checks coming in. And you're just going to build your pipeline and they start coming in regularly. So if this sounds appealing to you and it sounds like a good business, then what your next step is to click on the link that you see on your screen. You should see a link to my intro to the Overages business video. If you don't see that, it just means your browser doesn't support it. Then just look down below in the video description, click on that and go there, and I'll see you over the intro to Overages business. I can't wait to give you more details about this and show you how you can get started in this amazing side business where you're helping people, you're making money, you're going to be proud of what you're doing, and it gives you all the flexibility in the world. You can keep it as a side business, just build up your cash, or you can take it on as your full-time thing, or you can exit your 9 to 5, which for a lot of people just is not a lot of fun. Wasn't for me when I was doing that. I love being an entrepreneur more. So anyway, click on the link either below or on the screen, and I'll see you over at the intro to the Overages business.